this first lesson is gonna be kind of a prerequisite. If you're a more advanced or intermediate guitarist, you might not need this. But it's kind of important to the theory of how I'm teaching the fretboard, and it'll be really important to other methods that you understand this. And what we're going to do is we're going to break the guitar up into 3 sections by strings. So you have 6 strings, so we're going to group them in sets of 2. We have this bottom set, which is the E and the A string, the middle set, which is the D and the G string, and we have the top set, which is the B and the E string. So 3 sets: top set, middle set, and low set. And we can find a single note on all 3 sets. So I have an A, which is the 5th fret on the low set. I have an A, which is the 7th fret on the middle set. And I have an A, which is on the 10th fret on the top set. So you see that's on the 6th string, the 4th string, and the 2nd string, or the low set, the middle set, and the high set. Okay? It's really important that you be able to find these sets pretty solidly. What you want to do is you want to envision the sets on the fretboard. So if I find this F, which is the 1st fret, when I'm looking at the guitar fretboard, I'm already seeing all 3 sets. Like mentally in my mind, I'm imagining where those 3 Fs are. Again, the low set, the middle set, and the high set. Another way to find them, if you start, let's say, on a B, which is the 7th fret, and you go over 2 strings and up 2 frets, that's the 2nd set, that's the octave. Okay, if I want to find the next set, I go over 2 strings and I go up 2 frets. But if you'll notice, that's not quite right. And that's because the G and B string is tuned, of course, 1 fret differently than the rest of the strings. So when I cross that G and B string, I have to add additional fret. And that's kind of important to understand that all the patterns that we learn when we go across the G and B string, they all get offset by a fret. So the first pattern is over 2 strings and up 2 frets. That's the octave. You can go on the 5th string, you can go over 2 strings and up 2 frets. That's the octave. Go on the 4th string, over 2 strings, up 2 frets, but we just crossed the G and B string, so you have to add a fret. Same thing, 3rd string, go over 2 strings, up 2 frets, but we just crossed the G and B string, so we add a fret. You should be able to find these octaves really fluently. Okay, that's the first skill set. The second skill set is finding the octave and the 5th. The 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is the 5th of a scale. And it's over 1 string, up 2 frets. Okay, so I can find the root and the 5th on that first set. Go to the 2nd set, find the root, the 5th. Go to the 3rd set, find the root and the 5th. Root, 5th, root, 5th, root, 5th. Again, another way to find the 5th is just go over a string, up 2 frets. And you can do that starting on any string. But when you go to the 3rd string and you cross between the G and B string, you have to add a fret. And then on the 2nd string, you don't have to add that fret anymore because we're not crossing the G and B string. So here's the octave, here's the 5th. And what we want to do again is find the root and the 5th on all 3 sets. You should be very fluent with that. I almost forgot where it was. Bottom set, middle set, top set, or frets 8, 10, 10, 12, 13, 15. We're ready for lesson 2 as soon as you are able to get around those sets.
Floating on the silence that surrounds us.